Good evening, beloved portfolios. Happy weekend, everybody. Okay, this is a quick intro to Pixel Lab. When you open your Pixel Lab, this is exactly how it looks like. You can change your image size from here depending on what you want to design. This is where you export image, you cover your autosave, open your PLP file. Also, you want to learn very more about Pixel Lab, you can just click on tutorial and you have all of that. Okay, this is where you get to, this particular button here is where you get all your projects that you've been, when you save as project, it goes to this particular place. So whenever you did a job for somebody and the person wants it back, just go to project if you did save as project. All right, so these ones are auto backgrounds. These are auto backgrounds. I usually don't advise people to design from here because you might want to change and you have to start all over again. All right, so this A here brings you to where you can type in your text, write whatever it is you want to write and all of that. This is the delete button, this is the copy button. Like I just clicked, and so from here you can take to the front or to the back. All these ones are noticeable, like you know what to do. This is your, this button right here, you can actually use it to position whether it's your image, whether it's your shape, whether it's your text. Okay, you can actually also use this on, like, try to position them faster before you begin to use your position button. This one is called the relative position. Like, you want it to be down, just go to down first before you now begin to use your position button. All right, so this is size where you get to either increase or decrease. This is your color where you get to choose whether you want to do color or gradient. Okay, yeah, so this is it. I showed you how you can manipulate the color buttons on the logo video. If you've not watched it, please go and watch it. Don't be among the people that will not watch video. They'll keep asking what has been answered in the video. It's not right. This is your texture. Okay, let's assume you can actually, from here now change. You want whatever kind of texture that you want, you can actually click on texture, and let's practicalize it so that you understand what I'm saying. So I write portfolio 9. Okay, and I go to texture because I don't want to use color. I go to texture and I choose this. So this is it. You can see that the portfolio 9 changed to that image right away. Yeah, so that's what texture is for. Okay, so we'll return from texture to have a very bright color so that you can also understand this one. This is opacity. What they call transparent button in some apps. So from here you can decide if you want whether it's your image or shape to be faded or you want it to be seen boldly. Okay, that's the button opacity. I hope you can see it. All right, so this is where you rotate. It's a rotate button. Most of these things anybody can easily manipulate them. This is where you get your font. I showed you guys yesterday and I said this is where you get your that Pixel Lab has its own font, and this is where you get my own font. Like, if you did upload, if you did download those fonts that was sent to you guys, that's where you get them. All right, so this is where you get to choose your style, how you want it and all of that. This is where you get to curve this way or that way, however you want it. Okay, that's the button right there. Just by looking at the name is just under it. If you want your text to have background, you're going to be using this. If you enable it, that's what I mean, you see. So this is your alignment button. When you write, you can either decide to use the left alignment, right alignment, or center, depending on what you are writing. Okay, this is your spacing. Decide to space like this or like that. This is also for spacing, but for line, if you're writing a lot of notes, you can use that. This is for stroke. You see, the moment I enabled it, you will notice that my font had something attached to it with a different color. That's stroke. Okay, this is for shadow. If you enable it, you notice there is a shadow right there. Okay, this is for inner shadow. Have you seen it? It's added shadow to the. This is emboss. It gives that break. Whether it's on your image, wherever it is you're embossing, kind of look cut out. Is just a pattern on Pixel Lab, and some of the designing softwares we have. This is perspective. This is where you do your 3D button rotate. Alright, this is where you rotate. So this is where you change wherever it is to 3D. You can decide to use the perspective or the oblique, depending on the one you want to use. Depending on what you're designing, or you can decide to change the depth, color, and all that. You can decide to make it auto as it is, and you can decide to use color. Then you choose the color you want. You can also decide to use gradient. All these are available on Pixel Lab. Alright. Um 3D shadow, reflection, and that's it. Okay, so right here you can see all manner of effects, contrast, hue. I already defined them in your notes. I'm sorry about that. I already defined them in your notes. It's not been long I got back and I'm so exhausted. Like, so this is where you get to choose the background you want, whether you want transparent background. You saw me use it yesterday when we finished our design. Alright guys, so this is where you get to choose the one you want. This is where you get to choose whether you want shape, whether you want to use your bezier, whether you want to draw by yourself or import or use sticker. Alright, I already explained this. This is where you get to write and style that you need, and whatever it is that you need to browse. Okay, so this particular button right here is called layers. This is where you either, if you close the eye, that image or wherever you close the eye won't be seen again. You get to lock here, you unlock here, and all that. This is also where you get to merge. So if you want to, I showed you yesterday, you merge. Alright, and I was telling you yesterday why I don't like merging as I work. So that's it. This is where you get to bring, whether it's your text, your date, your sticker, your shape, or your images from your gallery, whatever icon, your stock icons, PNG icons, everything that you want to use for your design. This is where you also click for you to draw by yourself. Okay, so that's pretty much what Pixel Lab is all about. I hope this helps anybody that is seeing it for the very first time. Although most of the people that you know indicated that they were newcomers, they already picked up. I see them doing their best already. And I hope this one will be watched too. That's all. Good night.